Greetings and welcome to my Isheeba Health and Wellness. We have a very, very special guest today, and her name is Hope Heaven. I love Hope Heaven, even just the name in itself is just so fabulous. Let's take this topic to womb healing for a hot second. Womb healing. Now, yes, she's rubbing her hands, she's now getting really electric. So, in this cup, I've served some womb healing tea. Now, when Hope tasted it, tell her what you did, Hope, when you first tasted it. She's like, no, cha-cha.
The bitter was the first thing that hit me.
The bitter, but let me tell you something. This woman healing tea, you can put more honey in it if you want to make it sweeter, if you can't take the bitterness. But you see that bitter taste? That's the medicine right there.
Exactly. And it's only fleeting.
And it's
After a
only
while,
fleeting, yeah. It's becomes a quiet taste. It's actually very soothing.
Yeah, it is.
And womb healing tea brings us to the focus of what's going on with the womb and how much healing the womb needs. What are your views on womb healing?
Womb healing, I think it's the ultimate. It is very, very important. As a female, we are creators in so many ways. The womb is our creative center, not just for bringing forth babies, but a book, a movie, creating your own life. Everything happens in this womb space, and it has to be in a very, very healthy space as a woman where, you're clear to be, be at your best. Be the best version of yourself. It's all within that womb. And woman, we store every trauma, every little thing, and what happens in our lives, and we become angry, we become this, we become that, and it starts in the womb shutting down.
Yeah, there's a
and so womb healing is ultimate. As you said earlier, it's like you touch the womb, you touch the nucleus of it. You touch the womb, you open a world around.
And it's the beginning and the end of it all. It just is, it's the ultimate of it all.
Yes,
yes. So in myself, I realize that I've actually come home to myself, to my ultimate self.
Yes.
The heart of the healing for everything must come from my womb. It just must, because it's from the center. It is the seat and the seed of our soul as feminine. We carry this creation within our womb space, and we have the power to deliver it as a manifestation. Now, it's a theory and it's something worth looking into. Even with anybody that's ill, I wonder if people go into healing the womb space, if that is the center point of the healing. And what would happen if people started to heal their womb space, what effect that would have on the healing of the rest of their body. Now that's a concept. That's a concept. Because we're looking everywhere else for our healing, other than that within base. And when we as the feminine, we have the power to create and destroy, because we are feminine. We are the divine feminine. We have that kind of a power, okay? And because we have this wombiverse, we are able to have this connection to be able to work with mother energy, the universe, the multiverses, and so it goes on, because it all came from us in the first place. All came from us in the first place. So we're looking at what it is in the feminine that needs to be reminded that we have this power, because for so long we've been diverted from it,
Yeah.
you know,
And
and shut down. And I mean, I'm a Kemetic yoga teacher, you know, we both are Kemetic yoga teachers here. And it's been through my Kemetic yoga journey that I have buck upon womb healing. I'm like, I feel like, honestly, let me tell you, I feel like I am a 5-year-old child and I know nothing.
oh,
Honestly,
I know what you mean.
I feel like I know nothing because I feel like I have just discovered my womb. I've just discovered my womb. I've had 2 children. I've had many relationships, but I've never addressed my womb as I've addressed it now.
And when you start, you've entered into a new realm.
It's a
that is
whole
whole
other realm, Jaja City.
Yeah.
Because coming home to my womb and having this realization now of having to know that my womb needs healing. You know, this time last year I went to Mexico to do a womb healing. And my spirit just told me to do it. I didn't know I was going anywhere near Mexico. But my spirit was like, you need to go to Mexico and clear your womb. So I did.
Wow.
I went to Mexico and I met a bunch of shamans, shamans that live only they live in the Colombian jungles. And they came into the ceremony and we went into the jungle and I did 2 ayahuasca journeys for my womb healing. And it was the most deepest, profound thing. I don't have the words to describe what happened other than Mother God herself took me in and healed me from the deepest level and put me back out onto the earth.
Wow.
And said, now go. Go and spread the healing. At the time, I had no awareness of what was going on. I was still in my trauma. I was still releasing and I was still letting go. And I was just like, wow. And then it's only now, 1 year later, I'm here talking to you about womb healing retreats that's already been happening, womb healing yoga. So what, this must be my core, you know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
I'm on part of the calling
Yeah.
for this. Because we all need this as a feminine. That's one thing me and every single feminine on this entire planet universe have in common. We have a womb. And even if you've had a hysterectomy, the memory of that womb is still
It's
there.
still there, yes.
So don't even think, oh, I don't have a womb. You have a womb.
You have a womb.
And so when we heal ourselves, we heal our children moving forward.
Yes.
And our children's children. This is what they talk about generational curses. And the seeds of our fathers and our forefathers will come down upon our seeds to come. We need to clear this.
Yeah, because we break the cycle when we do.
We break the cycle when we do. And we've got the power to do that through our wounds.
Yeah.
And we also heal our mothers. My mother, I know my mother went through a bag of trauma. But them days, you know, they don't really talk about things. There's no counseling, there's no YouTube to go and look up what you just shut up and say that kind. What's wrong with her? What's wrong with her? But no one is there to find out. This child is probably being molested by the uncle, or there's some stuff going on that she's just withdrawn, she can't talk. And people are holding on to stuff from they've been a child up into their adulthood and still screaming as children inside, help me, help me, help me. And this display is happening in their adult life. And people think, you're an adult, you should have your act together. This is their internal child that's suffering.
Yes,
screaming.
yes. You know, one thing you talk about the internal child, one thing I realized and then on my journey, because the more you cleanse, the more things open up.
Yeah.
And then there's sometimes when I'm just a little girl, And you just said my little 4-year-old self appear up, and she wants to skip.
Yes.
And she wants to spin, and she wants to twirl, and sing silly nursery rhymes, and learning to allow it.
Allow her to
And it's nice.
It's so lovely. That's me all over. I will listen. Don't be Houston, Field, whatever. I love it. That's my little inner child is having fun. And that's what it's like. So we are connecting and healing that inner child through our wounds, through our mothers, through our, I know that my healing is affecting my mother. My mother is feeling my wound healing. And so all of the unsaid things that I've never had a chance to say to her, just from a sub-level, I'm saying all of those things to her through my womb. I'm forgiving my mother through my womb. I'm forgiving myself through my womb. I'm connecting to levels on my mother and giving gratitude. There's so much going on. And it's happening to my mother right now. And it's happening to my grandmother. And my grandmother, it goes right back. When I heal my womb and you heal your womb, you heal your womb, we heal our whole entire ancestry. They're happy right now. They're happy right now.
And you're setting the pace for the future generation to be vibrant and within your fullness. Imagine being a being who's just balanced,
come on now,
vibrant and radiant and happy
right now.
and creative and just coming up with all kind of nice things and just free to be you and doing you and creative.
That's what we're here to do. So that's why, ladies, women all over the world, let's do this, right? We can do it. And we can do it together. Because when we come together, we're all experiencing, we've all had similar experiences on some level. We're all connected on some level. So if we unite in that and know that we have a safe space where we can air that, we can release that for our rooms. That's what I'm good at. I'm good at creating safe spaces. And I think that came from the fact that I never felt safe when I was a child. I never felt that safety. And so I've grown up creating safety around me. And so I give that experience thanks, because if I'd never experienced non-safety, I wouldn't know how to create a safe space for people to come. And I've had ladies in my womb healing classes that traumas have happened to them there's a lady, she had a trauma from she was 13, she's 60. She's 60, she's been carrying this whole trauma, she's never spoken to anybody, she's never had therapy, she's never talked to her mother or father, sisters or brothers, nobody. And through a womb healing session, it all came out. She was able to release it. You know how powerful that is? Did she cry? Cry! All of us hug her. She felt safe enough to let it go. She released and she cried and she screamed and she expressed how angry she was. She let it all go, and all we could do was hug her and support her and say, you're gonna be all right, sister. And she cried in my arms and she cried on the floor, and it was the most, my skin is going through. It was the most powerful thing, and I bore witness to that. So I know that there are hundreds of women, millions of women all around the world that are holding emotional stuff that needs releasing. And if we can just start to release it bit by bit, it can be a terrifying feeling because you just feel like you're just going to be thrown under the bus. All of this emotion come up, it's too much. But like a mother, Mother Earth, Mother God knows what to give us and how to support us. You see the bird out there shrieking? It knows what to give us, to support us, to be able to release gently. No one is going to get thrown off the edge of the earth. We're going to do this in a very gentle way so that we open up and we learn how to release these things. And the more we learn how to release them, it's the more we allow ourselves to release. And this is where the healing starts. So that's why I encourage us not to be afraid of this womb healing, because whatever we're holding on to has to be released. Otherwise, it's going to manifest itself into some form of cancer, some form of fibroid, some form of something that's going to cause us even more discomfort in the womb and unhappiness, and you don't even know yourself. We're coming home to the womb now. We're going to talk about the womb more in the coming weeks and open up the experiences of women who are suffering with trauma in the womb. And trauma in the womb manifests itself in sometimes fibroids, cysts, endometriosis, ectopic pregnancies, constant bleeding, pain in menstruation. I mean, there's a whole host of things. Yeah. Okay, the time is flying. It's so amazing. We've got to move on now, but we're going to just round up this womb healing section.
I'm on Instagram as Glow, G-L-O, because I'm Gloria. So it's Glow Hope Heaven.
Glow Hope Heaven.
Instagram.
And Glow Hope Heaven.
And Facebook is Gloria Hope Heaven.
Facebook, Gloria Hope Heaven. So just take a note of that. Follow Hope. She's such a beautiful soul, and so yeah, I'm so happy. She's such a diva. I'm so happy to have her present here today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Wow.